What is up, everybody? Welcome to PS Best Friends, the only PlayStation podcast by the community for the community. We come to you each and every Tuesday with a brand new episode filled with greatness beyond the ordinary. I'm your host, Anthony Palm. Today we have the captain, Jeffrey Mizrahi. How you doing, buddy?
How's it going, man? I am juiced. We got Destiny 2 beta today, or whatever it's like today, when you listen to this, and I am hyped.
And we also have the spoiler master himself. He's still the spoiler master, Miguel Alvarez. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I got a quick question for you guys. Are you guys big fans of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I watched it last night. Jeffrey has a problem with it for some reason.
Yeah,
what's the problem with it?
Not the biggest fan. It's not for me. I'm gonna toss it up to it's not for me. But I get a little irked when all these Game of Thrones fans are out there. And it's like, there's a better show that you're missing. Boardwalk Empire. You have HBO. Watch that instead.
So that's how I feel about The Walking Dead, where it's like, oh, I like The Walking Dead. Oh, I like fucking Norman Reedus. You didn't know who the fuck Norman Reedus was when he was in fucking Boondock Saints. Get the fuck out of here. You know, that's how I feel. So
I'm not a big fan. I was just asking because yesterday was something else, man.
Yeah, big premiere. A lot of kids are juiced up. That's the thing. Everyone's doing these viewing parties, and lucky I don't watch the show because that's a good excuse to turn down any invite to a viewing party. But I cannot watch shows, especially if I really fucking love it, with like a bunch of like people in the room. Like everyone's fucking talking. I'm trying to like hear what the hell's going on. No way it could be in a room with like 20 people watching a fucking episode of a show I like.
The only time I ever did that was the finale for Breaking Bad. I watched it with my friend at the time and my wife, who wasn't my wife yet. But that, I mean, really it wasn't even a party. Yeah, it was just like we made an event out of it. But yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, it's one thing to go see like a Marvel movie with a bunch of people. It's another thing to like watch a TV show. And they still
suck. So I mean,
not messing much. Get out of here. I don't understand that. Are you on like Team DC or are you just on Team all superhero movies suck?
I'm Team Batman. I'm Batman, man.
All right. Anyways, this is a PlayStation podcast. So
you guys
been
playing games? I've been playing Horizon more, and
is it growing on you?
Sorta, because I really like the combat. And
wait, but, like, why are you complaining that you didn't like it?
No, the combat I love, but I don't like the story. Just hasn't gripped me, which is interesting because it looks very. I don't know. There's a lot of games that are like just like so randomly hit or miss. You know, it's like I don't really like the whole high fantasy thing. But I fucking loved Skyrim's story, you know, and like all the shit in that. But then like I don't like Shadow of Mordor and stuff. I don't know. But I'm still good. I still like it enough to beat it, you know, Horizon. But I definitely don't see it as a Game of the Year contender as of yet.
You're out of your fucking mind.
And I understand that also. Like it's a game that I totally should give a 10 out of 10 and love, but you know how it is.
I can understand. No, I can understand the case for it not being a perfect game. Absolutely, no game's perfect. I just don't understand how this. It's such a bummer that this game is not going to be considered for Game of the Year when, like, people are just going to blindly vote for Zelda. There's going to be people that have legitimate reasons for voting for Zelda. I'm not saying otherwise, but there are a lot of people that are just going to be totally biased towards Zelda and not even consider Horizon.
True.
Yeah, Game of the Year awards are stupid, anyways. But
that's fair. There's also it's going to win PlayStation Game of the Year, so it's going to at least get a Game of the Year
Persona.
Award,
then.
People
love Persona.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Persona this year, I don't think enough critics played. I don't think enough people in the industry played it. Honestly,
you think it's just too long?
It's too much of a. I don't think it's a good console game. I think if it was a handheld game, everyone. If Persona 5 was on the Switch. Holy
oh my god!
Shit.
I wouldn't have a life.
Would that be literally the only thing people are talking about now? It's a game that plays so well to handheld but it's on it's like locked to a console. And honestly, it's a shame for the game. I'm can they make a port? I guess they could, but it's like I'm wondering about a licensing issue.
No, I don't think they because Atlas publishes to every platform. It's just Persona specifically that's PlayStation. Exactly, I don't even know if it's PlayStation exclusive or if it just happens to only come out on PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's an agreement where it's only on PlayStation or if it just happens to just release only on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Miguel, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing some Killing Floor 2 with you guys. I played a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Killing
Play.
Floor 2, if you still have it, the developers are really awesome. They just added a whole nother map for free.
Oh,
Probably like
A,
it's like
a
you know how,
good
like
map
Call,
too. It's not even like it's
a
a
really good
junk
map.
map. It's a legitimate, like, fun, good map.
Like Call of Duty has Days of Summer and shit, and they'd have like, oh, here's like a bunch of new skins in the supply drops, and one map that is a regular map but different skins. This is a whole new map. All the enemies are differently skinned, but like in a really like different detailed way and shit. Like what would be like an old zombie would be like now like a clown or something, like a scary clown, and like really has different textures.
Yeah,
that are
the sirens are now like bearded ladies, and it's terrifying.
And that's for free, and that's really fun. It's a free update. We were actually, now I'm thinking, the topic of the week was supposed to be the best plus game, but I guess we'll do that next week. Because
We can fit it in. No, we can fit that in.
Nah, because I want to do it when we have like a better look at like I want to look at all the plus games from the beginning of
Okay,
plus.
that's
And
fair.
like,
We'll
actually
we'll like
Alright.
make a actual list of them. We can
do
go
more,
through.
yeah, do
Okay,
more research.
That's fair.
But Anthony, what you been playing?
So spoilers for topic of the episode next week. I have been playing a real lot of Darkest Dungeon. I told you
Yeah,
guys
you've
I
been
fell
loving
down the
that.
rabbit hole. I'm to the point where I'm like filling notepads full of like what enemies are where and what items to bring where and how to best like it's taking over my life. So I've been playing that. I've been slowly
Now,
trying to chunk
now that's
through
on
Final
Vita.
Fantasy VI.
Darkest
It's on
Dungeon's on
both.
Vita.
It's cross buy, cross save. So I'm playing it both on
Okay.
Vita and PS4 and just transferring between. So when I'm home, if I'm not watching TV or something while I'm playing, I'll play it on PS4. Otherwise, I'll play it on Vita at home if like Tay's watching Netflix, or I'll play it on Vita at work, which is
Is it
honestly a
easy
lot
to
of the time.
is it easy to upload and transfer saves? Because some games do it right, and some games fuck up the cross save.
Darkest Dungeon is perfect. All you do is
Okay,
you press select, you press save and quit, and then it brings you right to the main like where you load your save, and then you just press triangle to upload, square to
Yeah.
download. That's it. It's perfect.
I like it when it's manual.
actually,
It has to be. I feel like the best way for cross save is manual instead of like because automatic. You don't know what the fuck's going on and shit. Like when it automatically uploads it, it's
yeah,
like, okay, bada bing, bada boom, it's up there.
Shovel Knight was another one that did it well.
But yeah, Shovel Knight
Which
was
it pretty much
example.
works the same way that Darkest Dungeon does. But it's cool because
Okay,
I had to
that's
go. I had to go meet. I might be moving soon, and I went to go meet my potential new landlord. And I was playing Darkest Dungeon. My buddy was over, and he's like, "We gotta leave soon." And I was like, "All right." And I just like pressed. I think it's start on the DualShock 4, and just went save, uploaded across to the cross save, grabbed my Vita, and then we were out the door. So it was pretty cool. So that
That's
game's
like
good.
it's like the original Vita commercial when the guy was playing on MLB The Show.
Yeah. So yeah, that like I said, I've been trying to chunk a little bit through Final Fantasy VI. I got through the opera scene, which is fantastic. And then Final Fantasy 12. Been playing. I've just been kind of slow grinding in that. Haven't really been trying to get through it quick. I want to kind of level up and take my time with it. So
The Zodiac Age. That's the remake you're playing, right?
Yep, that's the Zodiac Age. The
Very cool,
the
very cool.
HD remaster for PS4. I do also have the PS2 version though.
Haven't you
Right.
been playing something else?
We're really gonna go there.
What?
I mean, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
All right, I
yeah.
gotta own it. I gotta own it. I did the My Name Is Mayo Platinum on Vita only. I did not do the PlayStation version. I'm not gonna do the PlayStation version. I feel like it's an acceptable Platinum for a Vita. I feel like on PlayStation it's a little
Yeah, okay.
little much. And then I also did Energy Cycle, which is a puzzle game. People are like talking smack on it. It's a legitimate puzzle game. If you don't look up the tutorials, it's gonna take you a little bit.
Right.
See, that's the thing with platinums, by the way. Like some of them are easy platinums. Some of them are like, oh, this was easy to game. You know, like if it's a game and that has an easy platinum, like you know, like if it's
Taco
easy
Master,
to,
I defend Taco Master. You still have to have some type of skill to get the Taco
no,
Master.
I can't
Platinum.
get that I can't even beat that game. That game's really fucking hard.
See, it's funny because Henry, that was he's been on the episode before. He's a friend of the pod. He thinks it's incredibly easy and like makes fun of anyone that can't get it. So that's funny.
Awesome. So here on PS Best Friends, episode X or 10. I feel like we should say X just because it's kind of Xbox related. But either way, 10th anniversary, we're shaking it up, changing the Moriarty's report to something still familiar with the Islander report. Arg, there be some news.
I thought Miguel was supposed to read it. Listen, don't get
No.
mad at us. We're learning as we go. Okay, we don't want to get sued by Kinda Funny.
5 items on the list.
A captain's count. Arr.
Nice.
See, that was good. That's how I thought Miguel was going to do it, and it was good.
I thought we were gonna do that like that at the end, but you guys switched
Oh,
it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
It
I
says
didn't
it on the top in the doc. Whatever.
Oh, someone changed it.
Yeah. First up on the list, we have Polyphony Digital founder Kazunori Yamauchi announced on PlayStation Blog this week that Gran Turismo Sport will be released for PlayStation 4 on October 17th in North America and on October 18th in Europe and Australia. More details about the game, including its campaign mode and full list of tracks and cars, will be revealed in the coming months. So finally, we're getting a game that Sony showed off at E3. A date for a game. October 17th and 18th.
First stop. This game's probably gonna be delayed. I expect it to be delayed. First
Just
of all,
soon to release.
yeah, it's gonna get delayed. Something's
Why do you think
telling
it's
me that.
why do you think it's gonna be delayed? Just because it has a track record?
It has a track record to being delayed, and the game, the car selection is really bad compared
Yeah.
to the Forza games. It's
Is it-
releasing
is it
only
bad
with like
compared to
60 something
Forza?
dollars.
Is it bad
Oh, it's
compared to
really
Forza, or is it bad compared to also
Gran
bad
Turismo-
compared to previous GT games?
Yeah, it's bad on both ends. The
Well,
car
it is-
selection is bad. The map selection is bad.
How many cars are there? Let me check.
Go
It
for
is sport. It is sport, and I'm gonna counter your. Anthony checks. I'm gonna counter your. It's gonna be delayed with a. Old Sony, yes, would have probably got this delayed, but I think current Sony, especially what they're doing at E3 with not showing off release dates in fear of having to delay a game, aren't gonna delay this. Just because of like.
I hope not. Like I really hope
Because
not.
if they're still feeling willy nilly with the delays, why not say March 9th for God of War?
And what I hope that they do it, then they release it that date, and they have a plan. They show us a plan. Like
Yeah.
a month later, we're gonna release like one more racetrack and a bunch of cars, and then a month after that, we're gonna release more cars.
Free
just-
updates, adding cars to the game as
And
service.
after like 6 months, if you wanna like charge us for like extra map or two or whatever racetrack, like don't charge for the cars.
But Anthony,
Okay,
how many cars we got?
So update. There's 150 cars.
That's
It doesn't
a lot.
break it down. It doesn't break it down by like Indy cars, tuners, imports, all that. But it just says 150 cars, 17 locations with 28 different layouts. Let's see what else. And real lot of easy race customization, whatever, man.
I think it's understood though that it's not a full-fledged entry in the series. It's still sport, and it's going to have a
I think
VR
it
mode.
sounds like it's a full. entry.
It is.
It is, but it's not numbered, and I think that has to
They
mean
said
something.
they stopped. They were not gonna number it.
But that's like
Oh,
They
saying
want to
Forza
make it a
Horizon-
platform. They want to make it a platform. That's what they want to do.
All right, sure,
Okay.
I guess.
See, I
That's
understand
what they
that.
said in E3.
To your point about it not being numbered, Forza Horizon originally wasn't numbered, and those actually I like those better than the main motorsport games. So
Speaking of possible games that can be delayed, we do have a real delay this week with Nino
Aw,
Kuni
dang.
2 Revenant Kingdom
Yeah, that
has
one
been
kinda
delayed
sucks.
to January 19th, 2018. Developer Level 5 announced last week. Nino Kuni 1, great game, great PlayStation 3 RPG, JRPG exclusive. This was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, in
Sure,
November
but
10th.
why, we'll have it in January, January is a
It's
great
getting
month. We
delayed
got
2
Resident Evil
months.
there.
I mean,
it's
What?
only
Not
been
bad.
delayed a couple months, so I don't know why everyone's acting like it's been delayed 3 years.
they're probably just fixing a couple bugs, making it a little bit better. Which
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah.
I mean,
And why not get it out of its fall area or wherever it was?
especially in November.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the winter holiday area.
I think January is a perfect time for it, and it's gonna get a lot of attention. I think it's gonna probably lead into based on when the PlayStation's E3 games that they showed off, all the exclusive. They said they're coming around the first half of 18, so I feel like that's gonna create a nice chain of PlayStation exclusives for next year.
Yep.
Next up, talking about 2018, we got the newest trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 revealed this week at D23 Expo, the Disney's whole jamboree, where now it's fucking crazy. They got Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney. It used to be just Disney properties.
I know.
They showed a new trailer with Toy Story and like Toy Story in Kingdom Hearts, and they confirmed the game will be coming out in 2018.
Okay, couple things, because I think I'm the Kingdom Hearts expert out of the three of us, so I'm just going to start this off. One, there's no way this game's coming out in 2018. As much as I would love it to, there's no fucking way. Two, Toy Story looks fucking dope.
It looks so good.
There's actually comparisons to the original Toy Story. Like there's screenshots of Rex from Toy Story 1, the movie,
Looks
and then
so
Rex
fresh.
from Toy Story
It's
in
so
Kingdom
crazy.
Hearts. It's so crazy how far technology has come. They also showed a little bit more of the Hercules stuff, which is fine. Of course I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. Any Kingdom Hearts fan is obviously going to be excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. I just wish they didn't tell us 2018 because there's no way it's 2018.
Well, I mean, at least it's putting a date on it.
Yeah, at least it means that they're getting towards the final stretch.
Yeah, at least because they're just showing stuff and just like.
I mean, if I'm
release date?
pleasantly
I don't know.
surprised that it does come out in 2018, I'm not going to complain. I don't want it to be delayed out of 2018.
I found the Japanese voice actors for like fucking Woody and Buzz like wow, like weird.
It threw
I was
me
like,
off
what?
real quick because I didn't know it was going to be like the Japanese dub.
No way they're getting Tom Hanks and what's his face, whoever played.
You never know.
Buzz.
You never know. Those dudes they love doing stuff like that. You never know.
I mean,
Maybe they got him in the
they're
maybe
working
while they
on
were doing Toy Story 4
already.
VO, they just got him to
That's
do
what I'm
Kingdom
saying.
Hearts while they're there.
That's true. Yeah. And speaking of D23, some a new Battlefront 2 trailer was shown. I'm
Eh.
trying to think of other video game
was?
related stuff.
Yeah, they
It's
showed
like
a little more of
behind
the
the
campaign.
scenes. Oh, you know who's in it? I just saw the cop from Archer, from Arrow. Laurel's father, the detective. You know that guy?
Okay.
Oh,
He's
yeah, I know.
playing a general or something in the Imperial Army. That's cool. They're getting some good name actors.
That's cool. I don't really want to know anything about it till it comes out.
Yeah, and then the Last Jedi trailer and some other Disney shit. If you want to check out more about that, Google it. Next up, we have Defiant Honor, the second DLC for Neo, the Souls-like, Japanese samurai Souls-like game that came out in February. It's going to be launching on July 25th. Defiant Honor is set in Osaka Castle and features the legendary warrior named Sanada Yukimura, who's serving the Toyotomi clan. As an enemy against the Tokugawa clan, Sanada Yukimura prepares for battle.
Not
What?
bad.
I don't know.
I got to
Oh,
give you
guess-
a little bit of credit for reading
Yeah.
that flawlessly.
Yeah. I'm a
Do you guys played Neo?
Japanese person. I'm not.
I tried it.
No, I haven't played Neo.
I played it a little bit. It wasn't. I don't know if it wasn't for me or if I just wasn't in the mood for it. So I definitely
Yeah.
want
You gotta
to.
be-
I want to give it another shot down the road. But right now, I'm not ready to play that. Same
I
with
tried
Nier
when it was-
Automata. I just wasn't in the mood when I played it, and I need to
Yeah.
give it a shot, but not right now.
So different though than Nier Automata, but I tried the
of
beta
course,
or
they
something,
just released around the same time.
and I'm not the biggest Souls guy, and it controlled a little too much for me, so I didn't really drive with it. But why, Miguel? Did you play it?
Nah, I'm waiting for the Game of the Year edition
Yeah.
to come out.
Some type of collection they'll probably do.
Yeah.
And then rounding out the list this week, Evo was this weekend. There's a bunch of announcements. Evo, of course, is the premier professional fighting game tournament, the biggest one of the year. Happens every year. And this year they actually showed off. They didn't show off, but they aired the Smash Bros. Finals and the Street Fighter V finals on Disney XD as well as ESPN2. And I thought it was pretty cool seeing fucking imagine seeing like Smash competitive video games on TV as a kid. Like that'd blow my mind.
I did it last year too, so I mean.
Yeah, no, the last year I'm saying, but it keeps on coming. Last year they only had Street Fighter V on. Now they had Smash Bros on TV. Crazy.
I mean, if people are watching, why not?
I know. So here are the announcements. Evo Japan is coming out. Is going to be an event in 2018. It's going to be January 26 to 28. It's going to be Evo. It's going to have games like Tekken 7, Guilty Gear, King of Fighters, Blaze Blue, and even ARMS is going to make its debut. Geese Howard from Fatal Fury is going to be in Tekken 7. I saw a lot of tweets about Geese Howard. I don't know who the fuck he is, but I guess if you're a Fatal Fury fan, he's going to be in Tekken 7. New Street Fighter V character, Abigail, this like big, is she a female, I'm assuming? Character or whatever, muscular, fighting stuff.
It looks like a fucking
Dragon Ball
beast.
Fighter Z, new trailer,
game-
shows off Trunks. Fucking looks lit.
Yep.
The attention to detail that this game has, like you have to see some comparisons of like Trunks animations from like the Cell Saga and shit, and then compared to what his movements in the game, it's like wow, they really mastered it. Beta's coming out for that game as well. Jeddah from Darkstalkers is going to be in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. A Blaze Blue cross tag battle is revealed. This is pretty much a Blaze Blue Persona 4 Under the Night in Birth and Ruby crossover fighting game. I don't know. I guess that's some for your Weeboo fans out there. And Arika makes their April Fool's joke real game. Don't know much about this, but it seems like some ex Street Fighter developers or something. I don't know. Made a game.
From everything that happened, that Dragon Ball Fighter C trailer that they popped. Oh, dude, I can't wait for that game. It looks so good. I'm not a fighter. I'm not into the fighting scene.
I know,
fighting
same. But
something about it. I'm like, it brings the childhood just back. Just watching it.
It does look really good. I'm same. I'm not really a fighter guy. I'll dabble in like a Mortal Kombat or something for a little bit, and then I'll trade it in. But Dragon Ball Fighter Z, is it Fighter Z or just Dragon Ball Fighters? Because it's
Dragon Ball Fighter Space Z. So it's imagine Dragon Ball Z, but you put the word fighter in the middle.
Okay,
of it.
I just wasn't sure because I was saying Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but then I hear some random person say Dragon Ball Fighters, and then it like throws me off. So, but yeah, it looks awesome. So I'm definitely interested to try it out at least, the bare minimum.
I hope it has a campaign of some sort. I don't think they will, or it's going to be announced.
They haven't said
it might have like a Tekken style campaign where it's just like a 3-hour thing just to get you used to playing the game.
I guess I'm kind of cool without the campaign. I don't know, because the Xenoverse series really has campaign there. Yep. But yeah, that's been the news for the week. Next up is the list of PlayStation games coming to every possible PlayStation platform as read by the community's best friends. I had to change
it. We're almost totally our own podcast.
I kind of changed it up by.
We are so close to being our own podcast that won't get sued by Kind of Funny one day.
Or beyond.
Here are the new releases for the week of July 18th, 2017. 99 Vitas, one word with a D and not a T. It's not a Vita. Coming for the PS4, PS3, and PS Vita systems cross-buy. Is this? Do you guys know what this is?
It's a brawler set in a contemporary world that pays tribute to both classics and new games in the industry.
Oh, man.
Huh.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before in my life.
It looks like it's like made like has like some YouTuber type like oh, it's like a YouTuber made this game. I don't know why.
I get it. No, I know exactly what you're saying. Like I could totally see like Jacksepticeye and like
yeah. And like it's like a realm that I'm totally not aware of.
Yeah. I hear you on that one.
Next up is Archangel coming for the PSVR. This game, I don't even know what the fuck it is, but you could step into a cockpit of 6-story mech and feel its might as your command. Step into the cockpit of a 6-story mech and feel its might at your command. Oh, that does make sense. My bad. You're the tip of the spear in the United States.
I just had a stroke for a second.
Yeah, same. In the United States Free Forces war against the overwhelming mechanized forces of Humanix, a tyrannical corporation that rules a post-apocalyptic America. I don't know what this is. It looks interesting though.
It looks cool.
Children, yeah. I'm interested. Maybe is this like an Eve type game? Like
maybe we should look into it.
We'll do.
I don't have a VR, so you guys
glad to see VR games coming out though.
Next up, Children of Zodiacs, PS4 digital. Conga Master, PS4 digital. Fallen Legion, Flame of Rebellion, PS Vita. Fallen Legion, Sins of an Empire, PS4. Same game, I guess. Yeah, I think it's like Pokemon, like Sun and Moon, I guess, like two different versions. You know what did this?
Flames of Rebellion and Sins of an Empire.
Yeah, Dead or Alive, Beach Volleyball Extreme.
Funny you say that. I actually was at a local game trade store the other
always
day,
have it, yeah.
and the person
They
was
have it.
explaining to me the difference between that. So that's weird that you bring that up with the Dead or Alive, but like the differences between the PS4 version and the Vita
One's
version.
called like like Venus or something, and the other one's called like some
Yeah,
other.
like the because it was the girl that worked there, and she's like trying to sell me on it because I told her I had my Vita with me, and she's like, "Oh, you want this? I'm selling it." And I was like, "I'm good."
Oh, I see you have a Vita on you. You must like Japanese booby games. Oh boy.
I was like, "I'm good with
Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon. Don't worry, I'm miserable and depressed."
You sure you don't want criminal girls?
Oh,
Orcs Must Die, Unchained, PS4 digital. Robot Riot, Hyper Edition, PS4 digital. Super Hot, PS4 digital. Love Super Hot. Totally recommend if you've never played it. It's pretty much, here's the pitch. It's a first-person shooter, but kind of like imagine a Metal Gear Solid's VR missions. Not actual. There is a VR game, whatever. Metal Gear Solid's
get that next.
one's extra missions. So it's like small little isolated areas, but the game world only moves when you move. So like imagine if you're standing still in Call of Duty, no one else is moving, but if you move forward, the enemies start moving towards you and like shooting at you. So it's like it's a very
It's almost like a puzzle game.
contemplative game. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very very puzzle like.
So this is finally coming to PlayStation 4. It was on other platforms earlier. However,
yeah.
So it's coming
The
out
next
for the
one.
PS4 and for the VR, and they're two different games.
Two
And they're
different
both
games.
coming
Super
out,
Hot VR was originally a Oculus exclusive.
and they're both
Now it's
coming out
coming over.
July 21st.
They're both coming out day
just
and
to
date.
make
You could get a bundle as well for cheaper, or you could buy both individually for 20, I think.
this is
Super Hot
one
VR
I'm very interested in. The
Super Hot VR
VR.
is pretty much the same concept I explained, but in VR. So now when you move your head, so like in Super Hot regular, it's just when you move the sticks that the time moves. But now when you move your head, so like if a bullet's coming right towards your face, and it's like, but it's stopped there because you're standing still. If you move your head to the right, it will keep on going on its path, but go right past your head because it's
So
really
you
cool.
could do like the Matrix with it.
Straight fucking up.
It's
Um,
fucking awesome.
I hope
I
it
gotta
works
check that
though.
out.
Yeah, because it seemed like a game that really needed room scale. If you pick it up, do let us know
So,
next episode.
PSVR specifically, you're saying you hope it works
Yeah.
because I heard it works well with Vive. Or,
It
was it
works
Vive or
very
Oculus?
Oculus.
I think Oculus exclusively
I can't keep either of them. They both look like the same thing. I don't know.
because they're both on PC also, and you can both hack them to play each other's games. So whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, let us know if you get to pick that up. What do you think, or no, Anthony?
I don't think I'll buy it, but maybe GameFly it if it goes
I
on
think it's
like a good
digital.
sale. So
I
maybe
think
It's only digital.
only digital. All right, if it goes on sale, not
Be
at
a
a launch.
great, be a great plus game. Next up, Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles, and that's about it.
not bad.
Light week, but super hot, definitely the pick of the week.
Super hot. Yep.
Unless I guess well,
Probably
something
gonna
else
get
I
it
saw.
for the PS4. I'm debating.
What are you debating?
If I should get Super Hot or not for the PS4.
I
Opposed to
get it.
what,
It's because you're not waiting like me. I'm waiting for the bundle of the VR and the normal to go on sale. If you're just getting the normal version, I would just pick it up because I know it's very good. I never got to it on Xbox. I never bought it, but I knew it was there and everyone said it's really good, and I just never got around to it.
So Anthony, Miguel, you have a
So I got a little
indulge us
story for you guys.
in the topic of the episode. Toes.
So I got a little story. Yesterday night, Sunday night, I was playing with a friend. Rainbow Six Siege. You know, we started just us two. We're trying to find more people to play. Nobody joined. I was like, whatever, let's just start it. So we're playing, you know, we're grinding, and we have both mics, and the other three guys on our team didn't have mics. And we're asking, like, hey, you guys got mics? We're doing pretty good. One guy puts on the mic, you know, older gentleman, you know. And then a couple minutes later, this kid, little squeaker, puts on his mic. Like, hey guys, how you guys doing? And we started laughing. I thought he was playing. And he's like, hey, how old are you? And because he was pretty much carrying us. Because I was rusty and the other guy was rusty too. We haven't played for in a while. He's like, oh, I'm 6 years old and all this stuff. Like, hey, do this and do that. So the kid's been playing the game for a while. And my question is to you guys and to everybody that have kids: should a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old kid be playing that kind of game and have a mic?
You see, so I don't. I think it's not really like 6 years old. Hold on, let me think about what I was. 6-year-old would be 2002.
Yeah,
I was
around there.
playing. Yeah, no, when I was 6. I still wasn't playing any gun games. Games with that's a interesting
And the
thing.
thing is that the parent bought that game for him.
That's like a legit hardcore game too. That's not even like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the kid was really good. I'm saying he was carrying us, dude. He knew what he was doing.
now you're
Just
not making this
imagine.
up, right? Like this kid
I'm not. No,
was actually
this
legitimately
is,
good.
yeah. Either he was just on the mic and the dad was playing, or someone else was playing, but I don't think so because he was actually like telling us what to do. So I was like, wow.
The thing is with younger kids playing violent games is I don't really have an issue around like wherever 13. At some point, whatever you're gonna play. I'm not saying every kid has to only play rated M games once they hit 17 plus. You know,
Oh yeah, but
that at like 6 years old, there are so many better games. That not but yeah. There's so many other games that fill this like kid like genre. You know, that kids could be playing. That it's like, why do they have to like? They're gonna play shooting games all their life. They're gonna get to this genre
oh
eventually.
yeah, obviously.
Like right now, you might as
But
well just like let them play a whole like dearth of awesome
my
like good games.
as a parent, don't you have like some type of responsibility of seeing what your kid is playing?
Yeah,
Like I'm
exactly. Yep.
okay like having them play like at 6 years old, like Mario game or Minecraft or stuff like that, instead of actual shooter and having a
The thing is, because
mic so you can
I
talk.
don't really believe in the whole you play violent games, you're a violent person. It is completely bullshit. But it really comes down to me personally. If I'm thinking like if I was a parent, does the kid need to be playing Rainbow Six Siege right now at 6 years old? Like, I know he's not gonna go outside and shoot people, but it's like
That you know
there
of.
are other games he could be playing that I think would uh be more appropriate, I guess. But then they ask the question like, where does that appropriateness even come from? Like, what are you basing that off of? It's an interesting thing, but yeah, it sucks that he's a squeaker because I remember even when I was young, when I was like 14 and shit, and I always had like a deep voice, so
Uh,
I could get by on Uncharted 2 online with a mic, no one even give a shit.
yeah,
I
it
was
was
like,
just obvious, dude. Like
yeah,
I don't
Anthony.
care at all, but it was just weird to hear him, and like he's 6, he's playing this kind of game, and like we were just treating him nice and everything. But some people could be just you know how people are in the internet, just
Yeah,
start
no,
giving
yeah.
shit.
Some people get aggressive. Oh my god. I
And
watched
like,
a. I didn't watch. I played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for the first time earlier today.
okay,
Really, I want
dude,
to
I
try it. I'm
want that
scared. I'm
game
too
so
The
scared. I
bad,
don't know if
first
but
it'll even run on my
I
match.
computer.
suck at
The first
mouse and
match I
keyboard.
jumped in, it was like this 15-year-old that was just calling everyone the N-word. So like it starts off like in this one area, like and then you and then like it's like a lobby kind of. And I'm like, what? This is so mean. I recorded it. So it was Mr. Twitch.tv/Mr. Brawl96 for the archive, but I recorded it also, and I'm gonna make it a standalone video on YouTube.com/Mr. Brawl96. But yeah, good story. I don't know if I what a year I will let my kid. I say that I'm like super like lenient with it now, but I don't know how I'll be when I actually fucking have a kid. But moving on to jumping back to Super Hot. What does the trophy room look like for that, Miguel?
All right, so Super Hot BR obviously is releasing the July 21, and Super Hot for the PS4 it's releasing on the 21st too. The trophies are different, obviously because one's in BR and the one's in PS4. The one in BR has 12 bronzes, 6 silvers, 7 gold, and platinum. And the one on PS4 has 9 bronzes, 11 silver, 6 gold, and the platinum. My
So, yeah,
question is here, like,
platinums.
why
Good.
does... Yeah, but why one has more bronzes than the other one?
Oh.
And why do they bury? At the end, they had the same trophies, but you know what I mean? Like, what? I wonder what makes them change it. I'm sure...
Because
I
there are
just don't get it.
things that you can only do in some games. So like in VR on Super VR, too cool to look, silver, kill an enemy while not looking at them. That's like because you could use your hands and your head separate, where that's not really a thing
True.
in
I mean, you could still do it on the PS4.
Well, but they are
If you
different
think
games,
about it.
though, right? Like, do
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are
they're-
they functionally different
They're
levels and
little-
everything?
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I can understand why there's different trophies then if there's different things to do.
I
I
appreciate
wonder
the
at
two
the end which
platinums
one's
though.
hardest.
I appreciate the 2 platinums though.
True.
But yeah, and then
Oh. I gotta finish something that I started last week.
yeah, I got cut out. If it sounded
Yeah.
weird last week,
We
Let
just
it-
tested, you know. Everybody just come back a little bit, you know. This week, like I said, I was working on. I'm working. I'm still working on the Infinite Warfare Platinum. But the trophies for the zombies, man, they fucking suck. Period. Why do I gotta collect all this stuff and do the Easter eggs and all this stuff just to get a platinum on the fucking game, dude? Like
Well,
myself and Jeffrey tried the zombies. We tried it once, twice, I think, and we
Yeah,
couldn't
so-
find stuff because
No, I
guess
think
you
the
gotta collect
stupidest one. I think the stupidest one, which I kind of get, but it's just stupid being in
Lost Creek.
zombies, is if you played Spaceland, Zombies in Spaceland, Infinite Warfare Zombies, the
Yeah.
first map.
that one.
There's one for playing every arcade game, and
Oh, that one's.
how many are there? You probably know how many are there? Arcade games,
I went like through half, but
30 or like 10?
no, there's more than that. There's probably like over 50 that you gotta play.
50
At
different
least not play, but activate. Just like get into it and
activate,
then
just
back
hold
out.
square, and then because it's like
Yeah.
these like old like Activision type like Pitfall games, and it's literally would require another person to be playing with you and holding a zombie
Yep.
for
For
however
like
long
at
that
least
takes.
20, 25 minutes.
Because that's not a
Because
like
I
some-
did it.
like in
I was
older
trying to
zombie
do
games.
it.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it, and you had the zombie, but for whatever reason, it stopped following you, and then it popped back to me, and that took me like 15 minutes, and I was like around halfway.
Yeah, and like in older zombie games, there'd be situations where like to do get a trophy or do part of an egg or something, you need to hold a crawler. One person would have to do, whilst another guy's doing it. All right, fine, but for this specific, I don't think there's ever been a trophy as specific as this that required wholly someone else to be holding a zombie for so long while the other guy's doing it. I don't even think both players would even get the trophy.
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't think so.
Miguel.
And the other thing is that,
yeah.
like, why having those trophies there? Why not have them in multiplayer? I'd rather do it like they did before, like play
No, I like
5
I like
matches.
I like zombie trophies.
I don't like zombies. That's my thing. Like, I enjoy it just playing casually, but not doing all
Yeah,
this
but
stuff that I
that's
gotta
what
do
a
for it,
platinum
man.
is, though. What he's saying.
No,
like,
but
you-
I can agree with Miguel though that it's like
It's just too much,
make
dude.
it something that like okay, so Titanfall 2 was the opposite end of the spectrum where it's like the multiplayer trophies were literally join a network takes literally 5 seconds, win a match, customize a loadout. With the zombies trophies, it's like if it's a mode that a lot of people don't want to play, don't make the trophy required for the platinum something
No,
that's
but then the
very,
argument could be
very,
the argument
like,
could be
complex
every
and
other way. The argument could be the
I
exact
get
opposite.
it.
Like, oh, why there's so many campaign trophies? I only like zombies. You know.
yeah,
I think
but
trophies
Call of Duty's
have to pretty
always-
much represent the whole game.
I know what you're saying. I
All
just I also
facets.
see where
All right,
Miguel's
if
coming
you're
from.
saying that represents the whole game, multiplayer has only one trophy, dude. Play 5 matches.
That's always the weirdest thing that I never understood. Why Call of Duty
And,
never had
and,
a
and
lot
before, you used to
You would
have a
think
lot
that'd be
more.
like a Prestige 1 trophy, Prestige 5 trophy, Prestige 10 trophy. you
It
know?
used to that in Modern Warfare. Modern
of.
Warfare
No,
2.
I think there was
I think it was
maybe
Modern
one
Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3. It had something like
maybe
that.
only one prestige, but never for.
Oh, it was
and-
just one prestige, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been the trophy room.
Yeah, they'll Infinite Warfare fucking Thomas could go fuck themselves. Fuck them. I'm still gonna try to get it, but it's probably gonna take me a while.
Next up on PS Best Friends, the topics come from you with the questions of the episode. Don't forget you can join us on our PSBF Facebook group by going to facebook.com/groups/PSBestFriends and get your question answered on the show. This week's question comes from PS Best Friends Facebook group user member and previous guest member, Nathaniel Hicks. He asks, will we see a change in the gaming landscape? With the introduction of Overwatch into a new category / type of esport, do you think this is the first step in seeing a change in gaming, either how it is perceived or if it will be better adopted across the different formats? A good example of this idea would be the countless futuristic movies where it's shown that gaming is a bigger deal than traditional sports. That's a good question, and that actually kind of ties in with we're gonna make Evo the main thing, but I don't think any of us knew much about esports. Really kind of hijacking your question, but I think the thing is, how do you get esports more into the mainstream? I think Overwatch, yeah, it's another esport league, but I still don't think it's hit like a NASCAR. NASCAR must have been new at some point. I don't know the history of NASCAR, but when NASCAR came around as a sport, I can't imagine it was so widely accepted, you know? Yeah. So it's like
I don't know. See, this I don't know if I agree with that analogy, because just driving cars is kind of a primal carnal thing inside of like an American, where it's like, yeah, I just want to drive cars and crash shit and blow shit up. I do feel like for me to get esports more into the mainstream, you need to make it more accessible. So let's just
what do you guys think about Rocket League?
Rocket League is the most acceptable, not acceptable.
It's combining soccer with cars.
Exactly.
It looks fun.
It's easiest to get into for like a viewer.
It's the easiest to wrap your head around, because watching someone play LOL or watching them play Dota 2, I have no idea what's going on.
Nope.
And then they start using words like jungle.
Time out on that one. You know what else is really easy to watch? Counter-Strike.
True.
That's a good one.
It's as easy as it comes, you know?
But so my point that I'm trying to make, though, is I think it needs to be more accessible. Let me give you an example. So for me, as someone, I work in an office setting. I work in a cubicle. I'm a techie guy. I know how to get around loopholes and shit, and I have unlimited data, and I can watch Twitch if I want to watch Twitch at work. But for let's say someone just wants to I don't know, they're Kind of Funny's doing a Let's Play, and it's on Twitch. Oh, well, Twitch is blocked at work. How do I watch it? I think there needs to be ways of getting accessibility into that. I think Facebook should get on top of that. I think that YouTube should do better. I feel like, because they have YouTube Gaming, but I feel like I don't hear about it that much. I think it needs to be easier to get
Twitch
to
has
esports.
Twitch has the exclusive rights. It must be.
You're saying that Facebook has to get on it. That's not Facebook.
Maybe not even specifically Facebook. Just in general, it needs to be easier to get to it if you don't know. Like, we all know how to find esports if we need to find an esport event. But for your general gamer, that like someone that only plays like Call of Duty or only plays Madden or only plays FIFA, they don't know what the fuck all these leagues are and what these different tournaments are and how to get to Twitch and all that stuff.
Of Evo was on ESPN. Does it work? Is that accessible enough?
Oh, it was on? I didn't know it was on ESPN.
It was on.
It was on ESPN.
The finals were on ESPN too.
But so the finals were, though. That's what I'm saying, is it needs to be
the
whole
eight
thing
finals
needs to be turned into an event.
Well, I mean,
also, was it on at like 11 o'clock on like a Wednesday when no one's watching?
It was live. It was live. It was on.
It was live. It was around
Sunday night.
Fair enough. I don't know. I'm just asking.
It was actually in prime time if you think about it. It was around 7, 8.
Yeah, I just didn't know. So okay, that's fair. I didn't know that then.
No, the thing is, though, still, ESPN tweeted it out, and you look at all the replies, and it's a bunch of just normie motherfuckers being like, sports on ESPN, what the WDF? Yeah, exclamation point, shit like that.
And get this video game
shit off my ESPN and show me Aaron Rodgers.
And the guys that actually care for it went in there watch it. They don't have to tweet about it.
Yeah,
they just went and
exactly.
watched
They
it.
don't need to say anything. They just want to watch it. So that's fair. I didn't know it was on ESPN, so that's a good thing to bring
Yeah.
up.
No, but still making it more accessible is
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna take time.
But there's people that get paid to do that. We don't get paid to do that. You know what I mean? Like, figure it out. Someone in a
There
boardroom,
has to be
figure
a
out how to
game.
get it to people that, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
there's
not
money
that,
to be
dude.
made.
There has to be a game that comes out. Like Overwatch is trying. League
I
is
think
trying.
PUBG is
Call
going
of
to do
Duty
it.
tried.
I think when PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds comes to consoles, it's going to get console gamers interested. And then even if the tournaments are still only the PC gamers, at least console gamers are going to say, "Hey, I play that game too. Let me watch the tournament."
the thing is also
I
by
think
the way,
PlayerUnknown's
with
Battlegrounds
breaking
gonna
into
be-
the mainstream. With breaking into the mainstream, it can't be violent. It has to be family friendly.
Yeah.
That's why I think Rocket
That's
League.
why
is-
Overwatch or Rocket League has a better chance.
Overwatch,
like you're not
is
seeing.
cartoony,
like,
but
you're
it's
not
still
seeing-
violent.
Yeah.
I
Like,
just
you don't see any fucking sports with guns or anything, or any gladiator shit like you see. I guess
Call of Duty. I
football's
see
violent,
I see
don't know.
Call of Duty tournaments on Facebook all the time, live streamed. So I
No,
don't
no,
necessarily
I'm
know
just
if I
saying
agree
as
with that.
like I don't think what's leagues called?
Call of Duty should have done that
LWS?
when it was in its peak, like in Modern Warfare 2 or
Yeah, whatever
Black Ops
happened to
1
MLG? Is MLG still around?
I remember someone bought it. I don't remember who, and it's
It's-
just like dead because Call of Duty is kind of dead right now.
I mean, like I said, I keep seeing Call of Duty tournaments on
Well, Activision
somewhere.
bought
I
it.
thought it was Facebook, but no one cares about Infinite Warfare tournaments. People want to see
No.
the Call of Duties that they remember. You know what I mean? If they were to bring back Modern Warfare 2 and do tournaments on that on PC, like high-end PCs with like texture mods or whatever, so it looks nice for people like us that don't give a shit about
You know the
PCs.
game that I'm surprised that didn't hit as much? It's Rainbow Six Siege because that game is made for it.
But did it not though, or do we just not pay attention to that?
It started.
You know what I
It's
mean? Like,
there,
I feel
but
like
it's
it's
not
I
as
feel like
big.
it's doing well in esports, and I feel like we just don't look for it. Me at least.
It's not
I
as
don't.
big as I should be, in my opinion.
I think it's
It's
competing
a better
against,
version than that Counter Strike, in my opinion.
exactly. I think it's competing against Counter Strike, and that's why I don't think it's beaten Counter Strike. I think it's like probably second to Counter Strike, but
Probably.
Oh, especially
see
CS:GO.
over-
Oh my god, yes.
yeah, we'll see over the next couple of years how esports handles it. Next question comes up from Paul McAteer from the Facebook group as well. If you could choose one exclusive from the other consoles to be on the PS4, then what would it be and why? So let's say well, I'll ask you, franchise or
you wanna-
singular game? A franchise or
wanna
singular
just
game?
start
What are we talking?
Naming for Xbox games first. Let me say what do you guys think about the Halo series?
Oh, I don't care. I could stay that
I
that
love
could
Halo.
stay.
All right.
I love
honestly.
Halo. I don't know if we need it on PlayStation. I'm okay with it just being on Xbox.
All right, I don't care.
But I
neither.
do love Halo.
played it, the
I
fifth
do
one,
have some
didn't
deep
care.
roots with Halo 3 and Reach.
Oh,
and Halo
I
4.
got it. One exclusive from other consoles.
For it.
Star Fox. Imagine
Really?
PlayStation had Think about it. Imagine a Star Fox game in the same same style
No,
but same like care I guess as Ratchet and Clank.
Star Fox in VR would be fucking dope, though. I'm not
Star
gonna
Fox in
lie.
VR would be amazing.
It would be.
But like a way
Oh,
to
I
have
got-
like this like E10 plus type like actiony like space game. I don't know. I think Star Fox would be really interesting if like let's say like Santa Monica
I
Studios.
love
or
Star
did something
Fox.
with
I
it.
would be scared that someone that isn't Nintendo. Nintendo themselves can't even do Star Fox right after Star Fox.
That's
0.
why we
So
might as
I
well give it
just-
to fucking anyone else.
Just leave it. Just let Star Fox 60 and the Star Fox 64 port to 3DS. The dubs were god fucking awful for it. Just please leave my N64 memory alone of that game.
Yeah, Miguel,
I
You
don't
got
know.
something, Jeffrey, or Anthony, or should I? Because I
For
think I
me,
got the
you
big
go, and
one.
then I'll think of something. You
All
go.
right. Xbox wise, there's nothing that I'm interested in other
Same.
than
I'm
the
just of the mind
zombie
I'll play
game
it on
but-
Xbox if I want it.
Yeah. Mario. If Mario Odyssey was on the PS4, dude, god damn it, dude. Just imagining how many money would Nintendo make.
Nah,
Imagine how many
I
particles
don't see
there would
that
be in
fitting
that
on a PlayStation. Really,
You
I
wouldn't
honestly
see it
can see it. I definitely can see it. It just will never happen.
unless, well, yeah, unless
What about
the
Anthony
Switch
Michaels?
just takes shit and goes down the hill. But
Anthony, what about you?
doubt it.
I want to
Zelda?
say no, not Zelda. Because if I want to play Zelda, I'll just play it on my Switch. I'd probably say State of Decay. Because I
That's the
don't really
Okay.
want to
a
pick
good
up my
point.
Xbox controller to play it. But if it was on PlayStation, I'd definitely give it a shot. And that's just kind of me throwing. I'm sure there's something I could think of that's like a deep-rooted Xbox game that I would want to swap over.
So you
but
could say the car games, Horizon games, they're pretty good.
yeah, like
supposedly.
if Forza was on PlayStation, I'd play it more. I love the Horizon series. I do still play them on Xbox, but
I would like to have
yeah, I mean,
Counter Strike on the PS4, but that's probably not
You
gonna
had it on
happen.
the PS3 for a bit.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's not
I think it's good.
the same.
It's not even the same, dude.
Go. I bought it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, cool question. Next up comes from Jake Jericho. If you could mash two genres together, what game would you make, and what developer would make it? E.g., Borderlands, FPS, RPG, Inazuma, Sports RPG. I'd pick a mix between strategy RPG, MOBA-like chess, but with 8 players, and maybe have NIS make it. Sorry, I hope this is not complicated of a question. Keep up the great work. Really enjoying the show. Thank you, Jake. Really enjoy
Thank you, Jake.
you as a listener. Two genres together, and what developer? First person shooter, MMO, Bungie. No, I'm fucking. I don't know, you guys have any good ones? I'm trying to think off the noggin.
So I'm thinking of a game. I'm thinking of a game similar to Rainbow Six Siege, but
Okay.
able to the weapons to have stats and the armor to have stats. So a combination between that game and a combination of the Division.
That's interesting. So like a competitive shooter, a competitive
With-
FPS with
gear
RPG.
like the Division.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds actually really cool.
Right.
Who would be the dev?
And-
Who would you
No,
want
I'm
dev?
down.
uh, that's the hard one, actually.
Who would you want the developer to be?
I probably will keep it under
Yubi.
Ubisoft, yeah, because they
Well,
already.
Yubi
They're, I
makes
mean,
both
they're
of them, yeah. So,
yeah.
and that's the thing is the loot based, rinse and repeat type strategy. So,
Yep.
Jeffrey, you got anything in mind?
I feel like everything's really been done. Like straight up, I just thought about like two total. I'm like racing, and then beat 'em up came in my mind, and then that's pretty much Transformers, really. Devastation.
You can even think about it as
I guess racing with loot. Imagine that. Think about that. It's like a racing loot game made by
isn't there a
Criterion.
game like that already?
All racing games really do have like you could change
'Cause
your.
you could customize them.
Yeah, you can always customize your shit, but
Do you want loot boxes?
no, not loot
But what-
boxes. Like loot
Like
in the
finish
sense
first
of
in
like,
this race and you get a better drop or something.
But what
Yeah.
do you get though?
I don't know. I guess different tires and shit. But I'm honestly thinking Need for Speed does have that in every game. Like I remember Hot Pursuit really did that well. Anthony, what about you? What
Okay.
do you got?
So what I want a 2D 16-bit RPG similar to like art style similar to Final Fantasy 6 or 3 depending on if you're an elitist. But I want it with the story of like a story that is as deep, like the lore as deep as like a Lord of the Rings book.
Oh,
And I want it done by see I'm torn.
that's a hard one.
Part of me wants to say Project
Developer.
CD Red. I want it written by Drew Karpyshyn, who worked on Mass Effect 1 and 2 and is working on Anthem by BioWare and also wrote a bunch of Star Wars books. I want it written by him, but I want the game itself developed by Tokyo RPG Factory.
So you want a Lord of the Rings RPG in 2D?
Well, I don't want it to be Lord of the Rings, but I want it to be a world with that big of a lore.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like that, the universe is that deep, but I want it to be a 2D 16-bit game, but it would be like an RPG.
That sounds cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
Cross by with Vita.
Hey, okay.
You gotta. All right, thank
Vita
you.
2?
Vita 2, dude. Oh, I was actually saying that maybe that'll be next whatever episode. We'll talk about it. But I really think that the next PlayStation console has to be a
No,
rip
Don't
off of
say
the
it.
Switch.
don't say no.
Miguel
Nope.
says no
No,
before
I
you
do
even
not
let him
want
finish.
that. I do not want that, dude.
They could squeeze a PS4 right now into a
No.
Switch-like system, I think, or even in
No.
the next couple of years.
Nope. I'm gonna kick you out of the show, dude.
Dude,
I'm just kicking you out.
times are moving. We need our games to be everywhere. We can't be locked down in one area. We have
Not all the
we have
people want that,
phones.
dude.
I don't know.
Like I like the Switch for what it is, but I don't play it as much as I play my PS4, dude. I like to sit down, grab the controller.
You can though, dude. You can. No one's telling you you have to undock your Switch every time you play, and you just dock right there.
But the thing sucks.
No, because not power. Okay, obviously, I'm saying in a couple of years when you can get this power into the piece, I don't know. I think it'd be cool, and maybe have its own gimmick in some way. But that's an idea that I'm down for. Next
If they
question.
do that has to be separate. Period.
I don't know. I think it should be the merging of two. Nathan W. Ulig asks, any ideas on why we don't see PlayStation greatest hits versions of games for the PS4 era? Even Xbox stopped doing their Platinum Hits lines. Wii U and 3DS were still doing the Nintendo Selects, but who knows if that will be the case with the Switch in the future. Just something I noticed and curious if you guys have any insight on why this change hasn't taken place this console generation.
So I know the answer to this.
It hasn't been late enough yet? What do you say?
No, it's the way the PlayStation Network market is. There's a flash sale every other week. There's no need to do it when everything goes on sale all the time anyways. Why permanently cut the price when you're going to do a sale on it anyways, when you can try and get people to buy it for $60 in between the sales?
They actually have been doing this, by the way. A lot of games have been being cut down to $20. I know
Bloodborne
Until Dawn
actually is a good example.
Yeah,
yep, Until Dawn too.
There was a blog post a while where it's like all these greatest hits games are $20 now. They just don't have new rebranding. If you go to like
Target or Walmart, there's usually like an end cap with $20 PlayStation games. They're not listed specifically as greatest hits, but usually you'll find them.
For example, when we go?
For example, last sale that they had, even the one before, they had a bunch of games for. Well, they had Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank for like $10, $15. Yeah. They're doing it. They're just not promoting it as
it's just not being labeled as its own thing. I kind of did like the greatest hits back in the day. It's like you kind of like, oh, these are good games, you know.
I'm not gonna lie though, I always felt like an asshole if I had the version with the red banner on it instead of the original version.
Yeah.
But if you guys think about it,
you waited until Sony said it was a great game until you bought it.
Exactly. Like I always felt like a douchebag if I had to buy it after the fact.
If you guys think about it, those games they had the greatest hits came at the earlier in the generation, and they just release them at the end, close to the end of the generation.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. Also, it's like they like launch games and shit like that.
It's like right now with the internet, how it is, you could just go into the store and just download it. There's no point of doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They go on sale so frequently that it's like, what's the point of dropping the price permanently?
Yep. And why go and spend all that money on the physical data? Because, like you said, just put it on sale. There's just no point. I hope that they actually promote it when they were doing it instead of like, hey, here's a bunch of games with a sale. Like the PlayStation blog should be like, hey, this is some games that you could be interested in, and like have like Ratchet & Clank and games like that, Bloodborne, and at least give it some promotion. Instead of just like, hey, surprise, here's some sales.
Yeah, they got to figure out, though, better promotion on the PSN store itself. Cause it sucks. It sucks. Every fucking day, it seems like I see another NeoGAF new thread about, is it just me, or does the PlayStation storefront suck? It's like, why is the PlayStation store super slow right now? It's like, I wish I could tell you. I wish anyone had an answer why it sucks so much. It's ridiculous.
Unless you're using it on your phone or a browser, which is a little bit better.
It's still it times out all the time on your phone too.
A little bit better. Yeah.
A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
I saw this ad on whatever for the PSN store on Facebook, and it's like, never out of stock. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. What do you shut up? Shut the fuck up. Yes, we know how the internet works.
Like, thanks, Captain Obvious.
Quick thing before we end it. Yeah, do we want to talk about a leak that happened a couple days ago? I know you're a big fan of it, but I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. Or wait until next week.
Oh, for that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Jeffrey's call. He's the guy on that
You're the
department,
man.
so that's his
You
call
let
if he
us
wants to
know.
talk about it or not.
The leak. What leak happened this week?
The leak that you got
Really?
kind of upset about.
Fuck that. Fuck that. No, nothing came out. There's gonna be a cool panel next weekend at San Diego Comic-Con showing off Call of Duty Zombies first trailer. No one's seen it before yet, so make sure you check out next week what it's gonna be. Michael Condrey, Glenn Schofield, the guys over at Sledgehammer, formerly fucking Visceral, makers of Dead Space, are working on some creepy zombie shit, so get ready for that. But yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll talk about that next week. This has been a pretty short and sweet episode, but I feel like it was a pretty good episode. It's been just us today. Next week we will definitely have a guest on, though, from the community. But this has been the PlayStation Best Friends podcast. For any questions, comments, and concerns, email us at psbestfriendspod@gmail.com or follow our Twitter at psbfpodcast. You can also join us in the conversation on our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/psbestfriends. And Miguel, where can people find you?
You can find me at PSN at Dark Angel 1010 with a G. And at Twitter at Angel Alvarez 10 with a J.
And Jeffrey?
You can find me Brawl96 on PSN and everywhere else, Mr. Brawl96. That's Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. MR Brawl96. I'm going to be streaming some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
How about Destiny? You're going to stream some Destiny too?
Ooh, we should stream some Destiny tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, of course. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Destiny as soon as the second goes live.
Come on, dude. You got to promote that stuff.
We should, yeah.
Totally forgot.
And you can find me on PSN, the only X1, that's spelled out ONE, and the number's 88. So the only X1 88. And at Twitter, at Anthony Palm, PALM, like palm tree. And thanks again. This is the PS Best Friends podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.